didn't love LeBron's time here, and it's been confusing to me. The reaction to him deciding not to return to LA. A lot of people have celebrated it and almost had a parade as though this is the greatest thing ever.
Kobe Bryant's longtime teammate Derek Fisher has made a stunning revelation that's sending shockwaves across the NBA. He shares what many Lakers fans allegedly believed during LeBron James's era in Los Angeles, claiming there was quiet excitement when his time with the franchise came to an end. This story goes far beyond a blockbuster trade. It highlights a deeper conflict between two legendary legacies that shaped the Lakers in very different ways. Brace yourself, because the reality behind LeBron's polarizing years in the purple and gold is finally coming to light. Did Lakers fans genuinely feel relieved after his departure? Or is there more to the story than meets the eye?
I do. But people tried to make it seem like it was one thing or the other thing. I'm like, no, people feel this way. And I was called a hater for years. When I was saying that the fan base doesn't want LeBron, people were like, nah, man, you're a hater. You're a hater. Even Gilbert Arenas and all of them, he'd come out there with his Laker jersey, like as if he a real Laker fan. Yeah, man. Nah, man, you hating, man. I'm like, no, this is what the fan base thinks.
And Derek Fisher isn't the only one expressing this viewpoint. Our host, Charles the Dancer, has been making similar arguments for years, often drawing criticism and being labeled a LeBron critic, simply for voicing opinions that many found uncomfortable. For a long time, he stood by his perspective, insisting that this was how a significant portion of the fan base truly felt. Now that a respected Lakers icon has echoed those sentiments, the conversation has taken on a whole new dimension. The focus is no longer on whether these feelings existed, but on why they remained hidden for so long. So, what sparked this growing frustration among Lakers supporters, and why did it build beneath the surface for so many years?
I've been saying for a long time that I refuse to support the the Los Angeles Lakers. This bird is really distracting me. I didn't said it. But when I was doing it, they were like, oh man, you're a LeBron James hater, man. You're only doing this because you hate LeBron. You hate LeBron. And I'm like, no, a lot of people feel the exact same way.
Charles has never hidden where he stands when it comes to the LeBron-led Lakers. Even when critics dismissed him as nothing more than a LeBron hater, he continued to voice the same perspective without backing down. He believed he understood the mindset of the Lakers fan base long before those opinions began surfacing publicly. According to him, this wasn't an isolated viewpoint. It reflected the feelings of many loyal fans who had grown increasingly frustrated with the direction of the franchise. But what fueled such strong emotions in the first place? The answer, many believe, can be traced back to the steady decline of one of the NBA's most iconic organizations.
Now, when it became clear last year that the Lakers were not going to extend LeBron, right? The fans started to get pretty excited because they're like, finally, we can get our team back. And then when this offseason came, the Lakers didn't offer LeBron an extension.
The signs had already begun to surface when the Lakers chose not to immediately offer LeBron a contract extension last year. For many supporters, that decision wasn't surprising. It felt like a turning point they had been hoping for. A large portion of the fan base saw it as an opportunity for the franchise to move in a new direction and, as Charles puts it, finally restore the Lakers' true identity. It wasn't necessarily about wanting to see LeBron fail. It was about believing the organization had drifted away from what made it special. So, why did so many fans feel disconnected from their own team? To understand that, you have to look back at the turbulent 8-year stretch that reshaped the franchise and left many questioning its future.
The fan base started to rejoice. But the question is, why were they rejoicing? Well, I can tell you that. Number one, it's been 8 years of a total circus. A complete clown show from the on.
When a contract extension never came, the reaction from many fans was impossible to ignore. It wasn't just quiet approval. It felt like a wave of celebration spreading across the fan base. For those supporters, the response wasn't rooted in pettiness. Instead, it reflected years of frustration over what they believed had been 8 seasons filled with constant drama, distractions, and unnecessary chaos from the very beginning. The Lakers have long been recognized as a franchise defined by championships, stability, and excellence. Yet many fans felt that identity had been replaced by endless headlines and off-court storylines. So what exactly happened that caused one of basketball's most respected organizations to be viewed by some as a three-ring circus?
First year he got there, they were talking about the thunderstorm and the wind is blowing. The thunderstorm is coming, and what happened? They didn't even make the playoffs. You remember that when LeBron did that. The second year, they got Anthony Davis on under very unusual circumstances. They were able to win the title. When
LeBron first arrived in Los Angeles, many described it as the beginning of a storm, suggesting that major changes and plenty of turbulence were on the horizon. That first season ended in disappointment as the Lakers failed to reach the playoffs, fueling doubts about the team's direction. Although the franchise later captured the 2020 championship inside the NBA bubble, some fans continue to debate the significance of that title, arguing it came under extraordinary circumstances, unlike a traditional postseason journey. For critics, those events established a pattern of uncertainty, with unusual situations repeatedly shaping the team's story. And according to that perspective, the years that followed only brought more instability to one of the NBA's most celebrated franchises.
Getting swept in the finals, Western Conference Finals, getting swept in round. I mean, it was just a total mess. And then they got Russell Westbrook there. They missed the play-in tournament. Then LeBron turned the entire season into his stat chasing and for trying to catch Kareem. And then Russell Westbrook became the lightning rod for criticism for that year. And then, of course, they drafted Bronny, which had nothing to do with winning basketball games.
After the bubble championship, the Lakers endured a series of setbacks, from being swept in the Western Conference Finals to the highly criticized Russell Westbrook experiment. Many observers viewed those seasons as evidence of poor decision-making and a franchise struggling to find stability. Some critics also claimed that LeBron's pursuit of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time scoring record became a major storyline, arguing that individual milestones often received more attention than the team's overall success. The selection of Bronny James added even more debate, with some fans viewing it as a move driven by personal significance rather than purely basketball strategy. As these storylines continued to unfold, many supporters felt the franchise had lost its direction, creating growing frustration among the fan base and setting the stage for an increasingly emotional reaction.
So Laker fans are sitting back and looking at their team, and they're watching all the other teams win championships. They're watching all the other organizations getting smarter and making smarter moves. Meanwhile, we're a freaking clown show. And then there was all of these rumors about LeBron and these guys wanting a maximum contract, and Laker fans like, are you even joking?
While other historic franchises were making smart roster decisions and competing for championships, many critics felt the Lakers remained trapped in an endless cycle of controversy and disappointment. For some fans, the biggest point of frustration came from reports suggesting LeBron was seeking a maximum contract despite being in his early 40s, a possibility that sparked widespread debate and skepticism. To those critics, the issue wasn't only about winning basketball games. They believed it reflected a sense of entitlement and a growing disconnect between individual expectations and the values they felt had always defined the Lakers organization. As these debates intensified, the fan base itself became increasingly divided, with supporters split between loyalty to LeBron James and loyalty to the franchise's long-standing identity.
Then infiltrated the proceedings. What they would do is they would be like, when they were like, LeBron is the GOAT, man, he'd work this and work that. And then when he doesn't live up to his contract, or doesn't play defense, it doesn't do that, man, he's 40 years old, what do you expect? So then why are we paying him all of this money?
Many fans couldn't ignore what they saw as a clear contradiction. LeBron supporters often praised him as the greatest player of all time, yet when questions arose about his defensive effort or playoff performances, some defended him by pointing to his age, saying, "He's 40 years old. What more can you expect?" The host argues that this reasoning doesn't add up. If age is considered a valid explanation for declining performance, then why should a player at that stage still be expected to receive a maximum contract? According to this perspective, that inconsistency, combined with the Lakers' on-court struggles, fueled an increasingly tense atmosphere around the team. As opinions became more divided, one question remained: what did a respected Lakers legend think about everything that was unfolding?
That's a great question. I mean, I think some of it, you think about the greats of Lakers past, many of those guys were kind of born and raised as Lakers for the most part.
Derek Fisher points to the core of what has always made the Lakers unique, explaining that many of the franchise's greatest icons built their entire careers wearing the purple and gold. Players such as James Worthy entered the league as Lakers, developed within the organization, and eventually became inseparable from the team's history and identity. That lasting connection created a powerful bond between the players, the franchise, and its loyal fan base. According to Fisher, it wasn't simply about where those stars were drafted. It was about fully embracing the culture, traditions, and spirit of both the Lakers and the city they represented. So, how did other Lakers legends create that same unforgettable connection with the organization and its fans?
Number one draft pick. You think about Magic Johnson, even though Kareem, formerly Lou Alcindor, was traded to LA, like he spent a considerable amount of time here, in Los Angeles and really felt like a piece of the fabric of LA.
Derek Fisher continues by pointing out that even players like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who joined the Lakers through a trade rather than the draft, eventually became deeply connected to Los Angeles after spending so many years with the franchise. According to Fisher, those stars did more than wear a Lakers uniform. They became part of the city's identity, with their careers forever woven into the history and culture of Los Angeles. That genuine connection, he suggests, is an important reason why Lakers fans embraced them so strongly over the years. It wasn't simply about talent or championships. It was about becoming an authentic part of the franchise's legacy. So when LeBron James arrived in Los Angeles, what made his situation feel different to so many fans?
Obviously, Kobe being here for 20 seasons. And so I think other stars felt more like they became who they were as Lakers. And I think a lot of Lakers fans had a difficult time receiving the fact that LeBron was already LeBron before he got here.
Great. So you heard what he had to say. Now, this video was published
The difference, according to many, couldn't have been more obvious. Kobe Bryant spent his entire 20-year career building his legacy with the Lakers, becoming the face of the franchise and embodying the Mamba mentality every step of the way. Derek Fisher believes that's where the biggest distinction lies. Many Lakers legends became household names because of what they accomplished in Los Angeles, while LeBron James had already established himself as one of the NBA's biggest global icons before ever putting on a Lakers jersey. He joined the organization as a fully accomplished superstar rather than a player whose identity was shaped by the franchise. For some fans, that difference made it difficult to view him through the same lens as the Lakers legends who came before him, creating a gap that many felt could never truly be closed.
Derek Fisher, like a lot of these former players, when they put a microphone in front of them, they have to be politically correct. Derek Fisher knows why most fans don't want him in LA. He played with the reason why. Kobe Bryant.
Charles doesn't hold back when sharing his opinion. He argues that Derek Fisher, like many former NBA players, has to choose his words carefully because of his reputation and ongoing relationships within the league. Even so, Charles believes Fisher understands exactly why a large portion of Lakers fans never fully embraced LeBron's time in Los Angeles. In Charles's view, the answer has always been straightforward: Kobe Bryant. He contends that the debate goes beyond simple fan preference. For many supporters, every discussion about LeBron inevitably led to comparisons with the player they consider one of the greatest Lakers in franchise history. So the question becomes, did those comparisons and divided opinions begin the moment LeBron arrived in Los Angeles, or did they grow stronger over time?